Hello, everyone. Welcome to Star Trek Online. This is scheduled to be released on May 1st. May is named after the Greco Roman goddess Maya, who was a fertility goddess of spring. Uh, in a lot of Europe and in places in South Africa, I believe it's actually a Labor Day. So it's a bit of a footnote in American culture, but in other cultures, it's actually quite important. It is the Gaelic feast of Beltane that marks the halfway point between two equinoxes. May is, you've heard or seen pictures, I'm sure, of the maypole, uh, where the streamers come down and people walk in opposite directions and dance, and lots of festivals and activities go on in May Day. When my own memories of May Day include, there was a custom that was practically dead when my mother introduced me to it, and now it is perfectly dead, except in a few small pockets of places, called a May baskets, and it originally started with hanging, providing baskets uh, or hanging baskets of flowers on a somebody's house and then running away before they knew who it was that left them. And it progressed from there to leaving a lot of the same things that you would leave in May baskets. And it was a gesture of goodwill and a symbol of affection that was delivered anonymously. We actually stuffed our May baskets and we handcrafted them out of construction paper and tape and scissors, and so we'd hand make the baskets, and then we would fill the baskets, and then we'd go leave them on people's front porches, and we would knock on the door to run away before they came back around. Before they answered the door, it was a lot of fun, and it's a tradition that uh, we're a little less because that tradition doesn't exist. So anyway, currently I am working on my character Leonora Furrowbutton, and for reference, I did not create that name; that was randomly generated. She is a Starfleet Science Officer, level 10. Let's go to our ship. Our ship is the Nova class, and when I first saw this on Star Trek Voyager, I really liked it. The episode was that a ship of this class got sucked into the Delta Quadrant, and of course, this is nothing close to an Intrepid, so it didn't have the power or the crew or the facilities for people to survive 70 years on their journey back to home. They did the best they could, but along the way they wound up imprisoning sentient sentient beings into the warp drive to keep it powered. And so, of course, Janeway, being Starfleet as she is, told them you're going to be placed under arrest. You're going to go to prison when you get back to Earth, because this is an egregious violation of the Prime Directive, and on top of a whole lot of other stuff. And much of the crew, including the captain, decided to stay on board this ship instead of surrendering themselves to Voyager, and of course, Voyager had to blow them up. Um, it goes to show you about morality and how easy it is how easy. Would you hush? How easy and comfortable it is for us to look back on things like that, real or imagined, and be completely correct in our condemnation of that being immoral. But you were not the ones in that desperate situation. And when we're in desperate situations, um, morality isn't always as cut and dry as it is when we're I'm not in a desperate situation looking back. So anyway, enough of the philosophy, enough of the jabbering. Let's get to it. Right now, what we're doing is I'm going to get episodes. Here we go. Klingon War. Gonna get her through this Klingon War. So, our first mission is diplomatic orders. So, we're gonna go complete our diplomatic orders. Couple other quick things is this has always been one of my favorite ships. This and the Miranda. Just for some reason, I like the idea of a smaller ship that holds enough people that you're not lonely, but a small group of people. It'd be something I can imagine being a captain of and flying through space with a few close knit friends and family. So, anyway, my little fantasy there. The Nova and the Miranda. If I could choose a starship of my own, uh, those would probably be one of the two that I would pick. So let me look at something here. Do I even have a? Yep, I have a. All right. So let's go get diplomatic orders taken care of.
Greetings. I believe that Soket.
Starfleet shuttlecraft. This is Vulcan Orbital Control. You are cleared to land at the requested coordinates. Welcome to Vulcan. Please enjoy your stay.
Peace and long life. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors? I will permit.
Welcome to... Do you have any questions? Excellent.
Starfleet shuttlecraft. We have logged your flight trajectory, and you are cleared for departure. Live long and prosper.
laboratory has a replicator that will allow you to...
This is Captain Katak to all Klingon vessels. Target their warp drive. There will be no escaping our vengeance this time. Cease your then the
Captain,
you
there's a potential.
a true
A wise precaution.
I'm really loaded with females.
You need...
Such emotion on your face. I see now my deception has been exposed. Pity. Capturing the abbot so we could replace him as well would have been
This is Captain LaForge of the U.
The ambassador was an Undine? I'm afraid their infiltration of the Federation goes much deeper than we realized. Who knows what kind of havoc they could create?
Congratulations, Lieutenant Commander.
I've received a report. There is a boat.
Alright, gonna do a little bit of changing around work. So I'm just gonna go ahead and call it quits for now. Guys, thanks for watching. If you got anything out of it, like and subscribe would be appreciated. Also, feel free to leave a comment or two. I don't take insults to heart, so insult away if that's what you feel like you gotta do. I'm alright. In the meantime, guys, enjoy your games. Peace along life. I'll see you in the stars.